So, a big welcome once again to this particular platform, Pinax TV. We have news on Atta and his death. Recall, Atta death was something that it came as a shock to Ghanaians, and people like me have been asking questions. Say, in as much as this man, the death, you say, and people like me think, say, nobody's behind it. There are still 1,001 questions people are asking. How did the president die unexpectedly? Because we knew so all along he was seeking health care and medical care, and we also knew he was also seeking spiritual care. But after the death of Atta, we heard a whole lot of things. A bit more alleged say Atta was deliberately killed. His death was plotted. Because of power grabbing by certain people. Now it was seeing if you were fast, because Atta was becoming a constant hindrance and a blockade to the corruption which was ongoing in NDC. So they needed to do something. Not necessarily said they needed to finish him, but they needed to do something about the situation. So people are saying, say, Atta's death and idea cry fiscal spiritual, people are behind it. So there are questions, but in as much as there are questions in regards to this case, people are asking and questioning if indeed this case are echoes on indeed Atta's death, yes, spiritual and physical. We are getting more explosive details, because earlier this week we got our information said two MPs filed a motion in Parliament to probe further into the death of John Evans Fifi Atta. Now, the probing further, and they want to know what is in the case, who is behind it, because information about and part say, in fact, investigation cry now. Part say autopsy reports of John Evans Fifi Atta no cry no. It's not what we think it is. It's different. So we want to know what is there, what really killed the person. But information by you saw said there was a backlash from MPP4 or one party, even NDC for one party. Said, see, if there's any investigation, we need to investigate the late JB Danquest death, number one. We need to investigate Equal Cancer Hayford. We need to investigate all the other people who have died, because we knew say Atta was not murdered. At least you have to go see this. But what about the people we saw said they were murdered in a gruesome manner? Why aren't we chasing the killers of these people and crying and still grieving over spilled milk, which is Atta's death? But people are saying otherwise. And then we know another update about earlier update about party say say we need to stop all of this hypocrisy. If anything, investigating Atta's death and focus on what the country is going through. Because Ghana Neman Koyi, and he wants to say that Atta's death was a natural death. People should stop wasting their time. So they are going to investigate, because when they do that, they are not making the soul of Atta rest in peace, and they are really distorting figures. But and then there's another explosive details in regards to John Evans Fifi Atta's death. The former director of state protocol or Nanwa Betum in regards to Atta's death. This year is almost 10 years. Atta's the former director of state protocol, IFN Kwame. Crime or the clarification be about all parties. All of these claims are here parties. The late former president of Ghana, John Evans Fifi Atta, he died a brana in a hospital near the in Simbibre room. Now, or say, or person stated categorically say, true said the president was brought to the 37 military hospital and he was mistakenly sent to the maternity ward. So, beginning in some you say, friend is John Evans Fifi Atta or Yari and you call 37 military hospital. No. During that time now, as a doctor, so no munim do any didn't could maternity ward can you say and now Kwame crime or make it this particular in an article be what titles the president's men and when Atta died except a female ban releasing the work. So according to a piece can say yes, I can't my job online or say recounting the events that has happened on Tuesday, July 24th, 2012, and how he heard the news of the passing of the former president. Kwame Tinkran wondered how it was that people rumored such unbelievable things. He said he was with a friend deep in a conversation when he received a call from someone he only describes as our brother, joining him into the reality that has dawned on the entire nation. Say Atta had died. Now, me really fed us. We were in the midst of our long conversation when my phone rang around 2 o'clock. The call was from our brother, who was not the habit of calling me. Now the old man is gone. That was what the person said. And as the old man, he blurted out with ceremony. I naively asked, gone where? He just quickly told me, we are all at the 37 right now. That was when I understood his message, and the earlier one of Uncle Bebs, and the shockingness that is sent to my face must have been so visible that Roy, my visitor, asked me if everything was alright. Somehow I managed to inform him that everything was alright, but I needed to step out immediately. He knew something was amiss since he had never even seen that face before in that shocking mood. Now, all the same, we rushed out, and Steven, my driver, drove me straight to the 37 military hospital. When I got to the VIP ward, I saw all the bodyguards and medical orderlies gathered there. There were also Mr. Kuku Anyidewo, the communications director, our brother Auntie Maud, Angola, Akpakpo, and others I cannot recall, all gathered and waiting, he wrote. Mr. Tinkran further clarified how the late president got to the hospital, as well as the medical staff who attended to him. Osansu Chemu said, I was going to join them when they gathered, but Kuku approached me and pointed me to the ward. There lay the lifeless body of the mighty president of the Republic of Ghana. The doctor present confirmed the news that that was already going viral, that our dear president had joined the angels above on his journey home. When the doctor left me alone in the room, my first instinct was to take a picture of my lifeless body, of the lifeless body. However, my better judgment decided otherwise when I questioned why I should do that. For how long would I be able to look at that picture, and to what end would it be a better to keep the image of the smiling, gentle President John Fifi Evans Atamos, as I knew him, than to have on me the image of his gloomy hour of death. All this while my phone had not ceased ringing from all corners of the world, from Ghana, from diplomats, residents here who wanted to show their home governments how efficient how efficient they were at sniffing the most confidential information by reporting before the news network started. Ghana diplomats abroad who were being pestered for confirmation of the news of the alleged passing away of the president and many others. In all the time of extreme sorrow, some of us, it became a source of great pain that some people, for political reasons, started a very callous campaign alleging it was a pickup that carried the president from the castle to 37 and landed him at the maternity ward. How could that be? The medical team in charge of the president were drafted from the 37 military hospital, led by Dr. Clifford Lamte, and included Dr. Ponyon and several orderlies from the 37, some of whom on duty accompanied the dying president to the hospital. Could the staff of 37 miss their way and end up in the maternity ward? How he quit. So the accounts are if he one close person as MD can do to Janipan, the former director of state protocol Kwame Tinkwaya, in some more kind of say all that he's basically saying is he was with a friend and then he got a call from one people said the president is gone. So he obviously has gone when he said now 37 the president is gone. So he was in a conversation with somebody. Quickly he told the person, say he needed to step out. He drove straight to the 37 military hospital only to go there meet soldiers, military bodyguards, and also Kokwanyido. Meeting Kokwanyido, we had Kokwanyido catching say BBC so from the mood the president was not right and something was not right. Kokwanyido appointed the lifeless body of John Evans Fifi Atamos. The body and now a dawa just said now doctors about out within that time of confirming that he was dead. Now during that time, I'm confirming he was dead. At the point in time, he had a chance to be in the room and was in the same room. He was with the lifeless body of John Evans Fifi Atamos. I wanted to take a picture or a video, but something told me that I shouldn't, because how long can you look at that image? They could leak crowd then. During that same time, people were calling from home and abroad to confirm the news, because that time not a mere rumor, but he couldn't pick up the phone, and before they realized the news had traveled afar. So this is what he's saying and saying. Say all of these things I can say. John Evans Fifi Atamos maternity ward. It is not true. A mere speculation coming from the opposition, and at that time the MPP, which is currently the government now, he's saying but regardless, he wants to state Atamos died and joined heavens, and he was not even carried in a pickup truck. He was brought by the 37 military, led by some colonels and military people. And at the end of the day, maybe we and we were maternity ward. How would the doctors be seen to drive the president from the, if anything, the emergency unit to the maternity ward? Are they foolish? No, it is not so. But it was all a political motive and agenda. So this so far the news we've got about President John Evans Fifi Atamos. I mean, okay, so more exclusive details are coming after his death. Nearly 10 years. We'll give you more details.